I'm good.
All right, 3, 2, 1, begin.
I don't have a debate or an argument. All I have is my truth. It is 1982. I am 14 years old, floating in the Pacific Ocean with a too large life vest over my too small flat chest as I see a tow rope being tossed and landing inches from my head. Even though there is a high likelihood that I will die in the next moment, I am experiencing elation such as I have never felt before or since. Sidebar. Now, I know you're looking at me thinking I look like a pro surfing, volleyball playing Southern California beach babe who grew up in a string bikini with a taut and tan belly button, ring-pierced tummy, and adorably painted toes, upon which I frolic daily through the crashing waves of the Pacific. But in fact, I grew up in the landlocked prairies of Canada, where 3/4 of the year I wore a snowsuit on my flabby white body with skin so dry, so flaky, I had dandruff in my pants. Where I lived from sunup to sundown in hot snow boots that held a pair of gargoyle-like feet so hideous the mere sight of them could cause children to cry. Where the only time salt met water was when we boiled up a pot of Kraft cheese and macaroni. And yet, I was obsessed with the sea. I wanted to see it, touch it, taste it, stick my face in it. The way a man wants a woman, the way a shoe wants a foot, that's how I wanted to see. Sadly, our relationship was non-existent. Every summer, my family took a 3-day trip to Palm Desert to visit my grandma. We'd stay for weeks, waking every morning with our sun-stroked eyelids glued together from the intense heat of the sun, the soles of our feet burnt from the lava-hot desert sand. Do you know what it feels like to be mocked by the desert? 'Cause I do. I'd spend mile after mile of that 3-day drive begging my mom to take us on a quick detour to the coast so that I could satisfy my oceanic leanings. And every year she'd laugh and say, "Don't be ridiculous and quit wiping your boogers on the armrest." And then, the year I turned 14, my parents put me and my best friend Jackie Babiuk on a plane to Palm Desert, where I finagled our way into a 2-day side trip to Long Beach, where we could stay with my Uncle Buddy and Aunt Bernice, who lived 1 mile from that aforementioned Long Beach. 8 minutes after showing up, Jackie and I threw on our matching bathing suits, neon green, it was the 80s, and we headed out to the beach, where I planned to baptize my gnarled toes in the salty surf. When suddenly, Buddy and Bernice's son, Sheldon, my 16-year-old cousin twice removed, offered to take us for a ride in his friend Dino's speedboat. I was terrified at the prospect for 2 reasons. I had never been in a speedboat, nor had I shaved my legs, ever. But it seemed too good an offer to pass up. Also, Dino looked a bit like Scott Bakula. So we climbed into the car, which took us to a boat, which was floating on the Pacific fucking Ocean. Sheldon and Dino took turns driving and hot dogging, and then the water skis came out. They each took a spin, then asked if we'd like to try. Jackie, a natural-born athlete, jumped in the water, and within minutes she was water skiing easily, gracefully, looking like the Fawns about to jump a shark. And then came my turn, which is when I found myself floating in the water wearing a too big vest on my too small chest and my fat, fuzzy legs trapped in water ski bindings. The boat pulled away slowly, dragging me face first through the water, causing me to drop the rope. I was not athletic like Jackie. The only sport I play is archery, and I know that's not even a sport. The boat circled around. The rope came back to me. More dragging, more tow rope losing. My eyes and throat burning from the salt and the shame. This is not my beautiful ocean experience. All I wanted was to dip a gnarled toe. I shouted to my captors, "I'm done!" But the boat circled back. The rope was tossed. It was expected I'd make one more attempt. I grabbed the tow rope as the boat pulled away. And suddenly, improbably, I am vertical. Legs quaking against the force of the Pacific. There I am, standing and flying and dancing and conquering this beautiful body of holy fuck, I hit a wave, I lose the ski, I fall onto the smooth as glass waters, but without dropping the rope. No, I am still water skiing, not on a ski, not on my face, but on my lady parts. I am skiing on all of my lady parts. The ocean is having its way with me. And after what feels like 60 minutes of 400 pounds per square inch of salt water being sprayed like a fire hose inside of me, the boat slows down and comes to a stop. Salt water pours from my eyes and nose and mouth and every other orifice that I didn't really know that I had. I had just experienced a head-to-toe mass and gill douching of my body. soul. And yet I was elated, because for a shining, though I'll be honest, somewhat painful and very uncomfortable moment, I had become one with the ocean. As I climbed back onto the boat, I noted Sheldon's hand on Jackie's athletic knee. Kid stuff, I thought to myself. Try losing your virginity to that fucking ocean! That same thought crossed my mind 6 hours later as I was being felt up by Dino. Sure, he can have that part of me, I thought, but he will never own me, like the ocean. There will never be another land feature for me. The desert, please. Even though I know I'm not the only one, that ocean has had other women, probably even some men too. What does it matter? The ocean was and always will be my first love. The ocean is my master. I belong to the sea. So top that, you sandy, chafing bastard desert.